The sound of a bolt sliding shut echoed louder than any scream. Amara stood at the door she had walked through every day of her 22 years, now locked against her. Her father's voice still rang in her ears. "I'm fed up! We've spent everything we have on you, and for what? Go meet the man who put that thing in your belly. We're done carrying this burden alone." "Papa, please," she had begged, her hands clasped together, her 7-month pregnant belly pressed against the door. "Mama, don't let him do this. I have nowhere to go." But her mother had only turned away, wiping tears that held no power to change her father's mind. Now, with a worn duffel bag slung over her shoulder and the afternoon sun beating down on her head, Amara walked through the narrow, dusty roads of the neighborhood. Each step felt heavier than the last. Her feet, swollen from the pregnancy, ached in her old slippers. But physical pain was nothing compared to the hollow sensation in her chest. She knew where she had to go. Tunde's mechanic shop was 3 streets away, tucked between a provision store and a vulcanizer shed. The walk felt endless. When she finally reached the shop, she saw him, Tunde, bent over the open hood of a Honda, his muscular arms glistening with sweat and engine oil. He was handsome, the kind of handsome that had made her forget to be careful, forget to ask questions, forget that beauty sometimes hides the ugliest truths. "Tunde?" she called softly. He looked up, and for a split second, something flickered across his face. Surprise? Guilt? It vanished as quickly as it came. "Amara, what are you doing here?" "My parents, they sent me away. They said I should come to you, that we need to face this together." She gestured to her belly, her voice breaking. "Our baby!" Tunde straightened up, wiping his hands on a rag. His jaw tightened. "Amara, this is my workplace. You can't just—" "I have nowhere else to go!" The desperation in her voice made a few people nearby turn to look. "Please, Tunde, I just need—" "Baby?" The voice was bright, confident, and entirely too cheerful for the moment. Amara turned to see a woman stepping out of a sleek silver Lexus. She was stunning, tall, curvy, dressed in an expensive Ankara dress with matching gele. Gold jewelry glinted at her wrists and neck. She walked with the kind of confidence money provides. "Baby, I brought you lunch." She held up a food flask. She finally noticed Amara. Her smile faltered. "Oh, who's this?" Amara's heart began to pound. She looked at Tunde, waiting for him to explain, waiting for him to say, "This is Amara, the mother of my child." Tunde wouldn't meet her eyes. "Baby?" the woman repeated, her tone sharpening. "Who is she, and why is she looking at you like that?" The silence stretched for what felt like an eternity. Amara's hands instinctively went to her belly as if to shield her unborn child from what was about to happen. "She's nobody," Tunde finally said. "Just a beggar. She comes here sometimes because of her condition. You know how they are, always looking for sympathy, for money." The words hit Amara like a physical blow. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. The world tilted slightly, and she had to steady herself against a nearby car. "A beggar?" the woman repeated, her face softening into pity. She reached into her designer handbag and pulled out a wad of crisp Naira notes. "Oh, you poor thing." She walked over and flung the money at Amara. The bills scattered across the dusty ground, some landing on Amara's feet, some drifting away in the breeze. "Take it. Buy something for yourself and the baby." Amara stood frozen. Tears streamed down her face, but she made no sound. She didn't bend to pick up the money. She didn't say a word. She simply turned and walked away, her vision blurred by tears, her heart shattered into pieces too small to ever put back together. She walked for hours. The sun set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, but Amara barely noticed. Her feet moved on autopilot, carrying her through streets she didn't recognize. When darkness finally fell, she found herself standing in front of an uncompleted building. Just 4 walls and a roof, no windows, no doors. It would have to do. She climbed through the empty door frame and found a corner. Wrapping herself in the old wrapper from her bag, she curled up on the cold concrete floor. Mosquitoes buzzed around her, but she barely had the energy to swat them away. That night, lying in the darkness, Amara cried until she had no tears left. Then, in the silence that followed, something hardened inside her. She placed both hands on her belly, feeling the baby move beneath her palms. I'm sorry I brought you into this, but I promise I will take care of you. I will survive this. We will survive this. The next morning, she returned to her parents' house. She knocked, she begged, she pleaded. Her father opened the door just wide enough for her to see his face. Haven't you disgraced us enough? Go away, Amara. You made your choice. The door slammed shut again. Amara walked back to the uncompleted building. This time, she didn't cry. Instead, she made a plan. The market wasn't far. She had watched women sell corn by the roadside her whole life, roasting it over open flames, slathering it with butter, calling out to customers. She had 800 naira left from her small savings she'd kept hidden from her parents. It wasn't much, but it was something. For 3 weeks, she begged at the market. Some people gave her money, most ignored her, a few insulted her. But slowly, painfully, her little pile of cash grew. Finally, she had enough. She bought a small charcoal stove, a bag of corn, butter, and seasoning. She found a spot by the roadside, not too far from the uncompleted building, and set up her business. The first day, she sold only 2 ears of corn. The second day, 5. By the end of the first week, she had regular customers. Meanwhile, across town, Tunde's life had transformed. The woman, Mrs. Folake Adeleke, had married him in a lavish ceremony. Her family owned a chain of pharmaceutical companies. Overnight, Tunde went from mechanic to man of leisure, driving imported cars and wearing designer clothes. 2 months after Amara started her corn business, she went into labor. Alone in the uncompleted building, she bit down on her wrapper to muffle her screams. A kind neighbor woman who had noticed her living there helped deliver the baby, a beautiful boy with Tunde's eyes and Amara's smile. She named him Chidi, strength. 5 years passed. Chidi grew into a bright, handsome little boy who helped his mother tend the corn, his laughter the only music Amara needed. Her business had expanded. She now had 2 stoves and hired a girl to help her. Tunde and Folake remained childless. They had visited every hospital, every pastor, every traditional healer. The doctors always said the same thing. There's nothing wrong with either of you. Sometimes these things just take time. But time was running out, and Folake's family was beginning to whisper. Then came the day that would change everything.